Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. For 3 more minutes, it's still morning. It's a pleasure to be with you for an historic day for Trinity University. It's their first women's soccer game, home SAA conference game. Not their first conference game. They played last weekend on the road. We've got Trinity University up against Centre College here. I'm Chris Hockman. There's Scott Leabone. Scott, a couple weeks off, but back to it. It's been an interesting road run for the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm really excited today. First opportunity to see some SAA action at Paul McGinley Field. 2 games in the SAA, first 2 games in the SAA here. So should be fun, should be entertaining. Got some new teams, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see some new opponents, although one familiar foe, Southwestern, will be here to kind of close things off at the end. So that'll be an interesting one. But today it's Centre College and Trinity. Both teams have a win early in their season. So Centre College, 1 win, 1 loss. And Trinity, 1 win, 1 draw. Run you through the starting lineups for... We'll start with Centre College. Centre College, 2 changes to their lineup from Sunday. That registered a loss to Rhodes on Sunday. On the road, they have 2 changes. Madeline Redmond starts in goal. Annie Waltz comes in for Avery Busser. Tessa Miles, Claire Cavaccini, Brooke Beasley, Claire Mullen, Riley Givens, Ella Mann, Lily Burchett comes in for Meg Ralston, Alexis Cronenthal, and Olivia Frederico are your starters. Their coaches, Jay Hoffman, graduated in 1996 from Centre, has a Trinity connection. He was coached by Paul McGinley in ODP back in the late 80s, mid 80s. So that's him. Trinity are unchanged, so I think for any of you that have watched these broadcasts, you could have probably written this down. Lauren Little starts in goal. Malia Cesar, Alex Doran, Hannah Khan, Bree Werner, Kylie Harris, Darian Williard, Ilsa Newland, Madison Bargansky, Kayla Boven, and Ellie Creek. You can play to keep an eye on for Centre, Claire Cavaccini. She's the defending SAA newcomer of the year. She's already scored 4 goals, sophomore forward, out of Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Trinity from that road stretch. I'm looking at Madison Bargansky. She's been an attacking force this season. She's scored 7 goals. She's 1 goal away from 20 in her career, so she'll be hungry. And Centre in the black, they're going to go from left to right. Trinity in the pink going from right to left. We'll keep you updated while we're loading the score bug. It's been a bit of a hectic morning, getting things going. And I should say the pitch is very well watered, so it's a little damp in some spots. So I'll be interested to see if that has any effect on these 2 games today. Of course, we've got the men's game after it, so make sure you stick around. But Centre starting well, a lot of possession in there in Trinity's half. That's what you want to see when you're visiting. You've talked about it a lot, Scott. Teams can often come here and play Trinity too much respect and don't really go for it. And a good way to sort of catch Trinity out is go for them early.
Yeah, and it's the way that Trinity really want to play. They want to hold a lot of the ball and make the opposition work defensively. And, you sit back from the off and give Trinity too much respect, like you said, you're playing right into their hands. So I think especially in the early phases of the game, the more that you can get on Trinity and force them to defend, the better you set yourself up for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and the benefit today is it's not as hot. It's 83. The feels like is 90, which is hot, but it's not crazy hot. So it has been hot, but not as hot as we've had in other games so far this season. So Centre starting well. Centre based out of Danville, Kentucky. They'll be used to it. It does get hot in the summer in Kentucky. This is their final road game to open the season, starting with 3 straight road games. Trinity now with a good opportunity up the rights. Blocked well. Stays in play though. Referee was ready to signal for a throw, but it stayed in. Good work there from centre. Being strong, and getting it clear. And they'll have a throw again in the Trinity half. Trinity, of course, in pink. It's October, a Women's Cancer Awareness Month. Cause that has suddenly meant more to me than it did last year. So blocked, but still with the Tigers. Switched over to Hannah Khan.
Right there, Kayla Bovin was starting to make an overlapping run. Could have been very beneficial for the Tigers had Hannah Khan noticed it, been able to find that overlap. Early signs, though, for the Tigers.
Yeah, overlaps are so vital. Good challenge there from Trinity. It's going to fall favourably for centre anyway. And the Tigers just trying to work at 4, but that's a good challenge there from Ella Mann, who comes away with it. She needs support, though. There's some now in Tessa Miles. Miles back for Mullen. Mullen in to Cronenthal, who lays it out back. It'll go to Cavancini. Just working it around, waiting for the opportunity. There's some patience there that we haven't seen a lot from visitors here to Paul McGinley Field. It's going to run through to the keeper, though.
Of course, as you say, patience there, forcing the ball a little bit too early. Again, you know, when the space is there in midfield, can keep working it around, move the opposition around, gain a little bit of territory. But once you try and play that ball in behind, center backs are often going to be able to step on that and end the attack right there.
And we know Trinity have really solid centre backs. So Hannah Khan snuck her way into the NCAA leaders list. 19th in active games played in D3, 77 for her, 78 now. It's a hard one to break into because basically everybody ahead of you keeps playing. So 19th in all-time, not all-time, active all-time games played. Tigers now working down at the back. Centre putting in a contest. It's with Cesar. Cesar looks to turn, does well. Always does well with the ball at her feet. She's able to control well, turn, open up space, and get out of trouble.
It's a good check there from Ellie Creek, just releasing the pressure. Cesar was in a tough spot there, couldn't find a teammate. Creek just finds that hole, opens herself up, lets Cesar out.
But centre regather now. Oh, it's a beautiful challenge from Barganski. Not really what she's in the team to do, but did really well. Foul against the Tigers, first foul of the day.
Yeah, but we've talked about with Barganski, you know, she's a relentless number 9, and that's often what you want from the striker, but they're showing that relentless nature the other way, getting back, pressing players in their own half and making it difficult for center to play the ball, which could be really important just based on the way that center has started so far. They've been able to hold it along the back. If Barganski can put pressure on the defenders, it could change the game, at least from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, Barganski has been a game changer all season.
No more! Stay
Well,
wide.
7 goals. 7 goals already, so she's had a busy season. Would not be surprised if she ended up on the score sheet today.
Second ball. Riley drop!
Played across the face. You know my feelings. Playing it across the face, especially on the ground like that. Goes out for a throw though, but this time they've got it into centre's half at least. But solid opening from centre. They'll want to make it count, obviously, but it's a good start. Really, all the territory, all the possession has been in Trinity's half.
Yeah, it's a start that we really haven't seen anybody be able to have against this Trinity women's team. You know, they haven't necessarily looked their best for the first 15 minutes of every game, but I don't think we've seen them be pinned back this much.
That was a beautiful switch to find Hannah Khan. Uses his strength well, but the final pass just eludes the Tigers. It goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, and that's two players on different pages right there. It's not a bad idea from Hannah Khan. She finds that gap between the center back and the outside back, and it's a really good space. Had Alex Doran noticed it, could have been a real good opportunity there, but I think Doran wants the ball to feet there, and like I said, it's two players, neither of them necessarily wrong, just not on the same page with each other.
Yeah, just making that wrong run, right? So those things happen. Controlled by Baganski. Laid off well.
What a ball.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's offside though. I thought she might be. Has the shot anyway, and then saved. You know, I like that. Madeline Redmond makes the save. Makes sure that Trinity don't see the ball hit the back of the net.
Yeah. No, but it's really good vision there from Barganski. I think for me, I was looking, Hannah Khan was a clear option. I think the entire center defense was thinking Hannah Khan was the clear option. She was in space out wide, but Barganski just noticed back the opposite way. Very subtle pass. Center wasn't ready for it, just barely offside.
Yeah, and I think it was a little too easy to see, and so center were able to push up at exactly the right moment, push her offside. But it's a good idea. That'll be a foul. It is. Just clipped her. Nothing too serious. There's our scorebook. Still scoreless through 10 minutes. It's been mostly all center through these first 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, so far the only real opportunities Trinity have had have been long passes, specifically out to Hannah Khan in space to break the pressure. Trinity will need to find more ways to get forward if they're going to get a result out of this game.
I like the idea there from center. It just lifted too far, too close to little. But the idea is definitely there for Tessa Miles to run on and challenge. It's just Lauren Little always had that measure of control to it. Could have been more urgent if she needed to be. Center down for Riley Givens. Tigers will clear it away. Yeah, that's the thing, we haven't seen a lot of Trinity having to be forced to just get it out.
Yeah, it's great focus from the Trinity defense there. It's something I see a lot from specifically Kylie Harris and Ilsa Newland, just being able to keep their eyes on the ball no matter the situation. You know, often presented with situations where somebody could dribble or shoot or pass, and they just stay focused, eyes on the ball. When they try and make a move, make a pass, take a shot, just get their foot onto the ball, because that focus, they know where it's going to go. It's really well done.
So a throw here for center. Still building something.
Come on, Lexi, want this ball.
Trinity haven't conceded more than one goal since September 6th, but they also only have one win in 3. So they're in a really interesting spot. Starting to get to a concern. It's early days in the conference, but it's short conference season now in SAA. They play a couple games shorter than Trinity are used to in the SCAC. So you really have to hit the ground running, because you've only got 6 games to get it right.
Yeah, having spoken to Coach Harrison earlier in the week, you know, he thinks that the team are doing a lot of good things, moving in the right direction, seeing a lot of improvement. The one area that he wants to see his team really improve in and show something different in is in their finishing. You know, that tie this past weekend, they had 20 shots to 3, something ridiculous like that. So just want to see the ball get in the back of the net more. And this is an opportunity. Set piece. Oh, offside.
Oh, it's calling it offside. I thought he might have just been saying, oh, no, actually, it's a goal kick. But, yeah, offside. There. We don't have a good angle here.
Whoa, what's it called? Whoa! On who? She was on the end line. Brooke.
So,
No.
Dylan Harrison not happy with the call. Said the ball was cut back. So, I thought the call was actually that it was a goal. He was trying to signal that it was a goal kick. But
yeah, I'm a little confused.
But because he has his hand in the air, I know it's an indirect free kick, which means it's offside was the call. So Not sure where that call came from. So Trinity are second. If we go through, they look like they're third, but if you go through the tie-breaking procedure now, Trinity are second in the SAA. Behind Oglethorpe, who scored 7 in their season opener. Fortunately for Oglethorpe, in terms of tiebreak, only 3 of those count, but they still stay top because they didn't concede.
Yeah, I think playing in the SAA could be really good for Trinity. A lot of the opponents just seem to be more consistent. You're going to pose different challenges than SCAC opponents. I think when I've been talking with people about what the SAA brings to a lot of sports, the answer continues to be like, yeah, they might not have that one team who is going to compete at a heavy level. I think specifically for the men, there's no Colorado College type of team. But at the same time, the level of competition across the board is more consistent, and you're going to have more games where you're challenged and less games where I think both the men and the women have experienced this in the SCAC, where you dominate a team and you score a lot of goals, but what do you really gain as a team out of a performance like that? I think this year there's going to be a lot less of that. You're going to learn a lot more about your team, and you're going to be able to grow before you reach any sort of playoffs, which is really, really important.
Yeah, it's a good point, because Trinity have gone out earlier than they'd have liked in the last few NCAA tournaments. A few third-round exits. So,
yeah, and I think about the women's team last year who did really well, went, to the second weekend, won their first game in that second weekend of the NCAA playoffs, but opportunity.
Goes to ground, decisions shoulder to shoulder, so they'll get it clear.
But when you look at the results in the NCAA playoffs from Trinity last year, a lot of really close, really nervy games where on the stat sheet, Trinity got dominated, didn't have a lot of shots, but defended really, really well. And as much as you'll take it, any win is a win. It's a bit nervous, and you'd like to play better and feel more confident in how you're going. You feel then better that you can make it further. I think last year Trinity would have felt that the length that they made it to was a big part up to one dimension of the team, and that being the defensive side of things. And I think you want to win with everybody playing at their highest level.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Like the bottom of SAA is not as poor as the bottom of SCAC. And like, there's not one team that's really pushing. Like the men had with Colorado College, who often were nationally ranked as one of the best teams in the country. You don't have that necessarily in the SAA, but on the whole, the games on the whole are going to be much more competitive, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I think particularly for the women, it will help them become more clinical in front of goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of a surprise in the SAA that Southwestern not off to a great start. So. Oh, Cesar missed the header. Falls down. She's only 5'4", so can't really fault her for missing a header. And it fell to a teammate anyway, so can take
She's
that
typically
chance.
pretty good out of the air, despite that height disadvantage.
That's from being in Western Sydney, out in Blacktown. A few notable headers of the ball have come through that part of the world.
Oh, what a
Ball
ball.
played through, but she is offside. Yeah. That's 3 offsides against Trinity early, so you got to hand it to centre, who have clearly come in with a plan, playing a good offside trap. That's now 3 in, not even 20 minutes. So.
Yeah, it also to me looks like center have done their homework and know the tendencies specifically of the Trinity wingers. Alex Doran and Hannah Kahn are 2 different players as center come on the attack here. Good play.
Nearly a big opportunity. Good work from Ilse Newland. Could have actually won a foul there because she did get clipped. Not a lot of intent to it. She's trying to slide in and win the ball. It's getting away from her, but did get clipped. So I'm a little surprised Harrison didn't arc up about that one because could have been their ball. Shot comes from way out, goes wide. I don't love that decision. You had a player open on the edge of the area. You've been really controlling this game in a lot of ways, and so
I think center maybe feel a little bit desperate to get a goal out of this.
yeah, I mean when you've dominated for this long.
Yeah, I think the fear always becomes to an extent like maybe you let Trinity back into the game. You know, Trinity is not a team that typically get dominated like this, and you might think it's inevitable that they find their way back in. However, I do think it can be really dangerous defensively to try and start forcing things on the attacking side when you've been dominating like that. I think everybody starts to feel a little bit more comfortable while you're possessing the ball. You start forcing something like that, all of a sudden it leaves more opportunities open for a quick counterattack. And I think that's often why you see teams, or where you see teams like at the professional level, they sit back. Eventually, you frustrate the team that's attacking so much that they start forcing things. And when you start forcing things, you leave space in behind, and counterattack is on.
Grace Plummer coming on, all SAA honorable mention last year, scored twice already this season. Comes in replacing Cavaccini, who's scored 4 goals, so yeah, fairly like for like. Grace Plummer, a product of Lexington SC's academy. Seemed to have been a thorn in the side of San Antonio. See it? Got quite a few players coming from the USL academies in Kentucky in the side, Lexington and Louisville. Has beautiful footwork there, and the Tigers coming away with it. Good ball. I think this is where Trinity's big advantage is if they can move the ball quickly. Just kind of stuck under the boot there, which kind of killed that up. But that was a big opportunity for Trinity. Like if they can move it quick, I think that's where they're going to catch center out because they are committing numbers forward. They are going for it. Just heard the coach say, "Hey, you're not a forward. Basically, you're too far forward. You need to come back."
Yeah, I think what became the issue there in the end, though, is trying to go forward further when it's not on then. Again, I've talked about it a few times this season, just looking at what the number situation is. When Ellie Creek picked up the ball, you know, that midfield space, there was nobody from center in there. So she could have gone, got the ball switched all the way to the other side through the rest of her midfield. But when you look forward where she ended up playing, there were 3 Trinity players in front of her and 5 center players, right? So play where the space is. Don't try and force the ball ahead when it's not on. And Trinity haven't had much possession right now. I think that could have been a good time. Yes, like you said, play it fast, but playing fast doesn't mean you have to play forward.
Changes for the Tigers, Malia Cesar and Ellie Creek coming off. So Aaron O'Donnell come on.
It's interesting to see both of those midfielders, defensive midfielders, get subbed at the same time.
And fairly early, too.
Yeah, not something we've seen too much of this year. Wondering if
Clara
Coach
Richards
Harrison wants to see something different in the midfield.
Yeah, look, I think with how this game's gone, I can't fault Harrison for thinking of making a tactical adjustment here.
I'll be interested to see, though, what that tactical change is and how the way that Trinity is playing adapts with those 2 changes. Because I think when you change 2 center midfielders like that, it's often going to be a tactical change, a change to how you're looking to play.
Yeah, I do think Richards is playing a little further forward. But we'll see if that's actually how it plays out. It just may have been in that moment.
Great ball.
Got to give it time. Good ball to Khan. She's definitely on. And everybody's behind her, so it's going to be hard for anyone to be offside.
Oh, well
Great
done.
challenge from Khan. Falls for Baganski. But it just comes off like the edge of the boot. That's going to go. That's ball's still in. The ball is still in. Everybody stopped. Everybody stopped. The only person who didn't was the assistant, who was clearly signaling that the ball was in. if you are wondering, hold the ball, hold the line, but also the corner flag not out. So
Doesn't have to be perfect. Just
still in. Like basically the corner flag stopped it. But this challenge from Hannah Khan
Yeah.
is just a thing of beauty. And it's unfortunate for Boganski that she just doesn't get behind it as much as she wants. And then we'll have a look. The spin is what keeps it in. And then it bounces off the
after that
post. And
final.
yeah, absolutely. That's clearly still in. And every player on the pitch thought it was out.
Love the tenacity there from Hannah Khan, though. It's what you like to see from one of your most talented players, you know, getting up and getting involved physically as a player who is very technical, very good on the ball, but setting the tone like that, when you got like a skilled player who gets stuck in like that, it can really energize the rest of your team.
Yeah, and there's a reason she's the 19th highest appearance earner active in D3. So Camille Young comes on, making her 10th appearance of the season. And I think I saw Meg Ralston coming on. She was in the All-SAA second team back in 2022. Senior defender out of Louisville, played for Racing Louisville Academy. Although when she started there, I don't know if they were called Racing Louisville. They were probably just Louisville FC because the NWSL team wasn't around yet. Exciting time for Louisville sports. They've also got a UFL team coming into that stadium. Ball goes out for a throw.
I think the biggest thing I'm noticing so far from Trinity since some of the subs is just a little bit of added composure in the midfield. I think to the point earlier with Creek and Cesar, both of them, when they got space, wanted to go forward very quickly, which I don't think in this game is necessarily a bad decision, but I think Trinity want to establish themselves a little bit right now rather than trying to go and grab a goal. It's still early in this game. You still can set the tone and take control of the speed of play. You don't just need to go get a goal right now. And so
And
I
you
think
talk about
that's
a lot,
part
like
of the
controlling
decision as well.
midfield controls the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think you're still at a point where you want to control the game, maybe even more so than you want to go get a goal.
it's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, it did well. Bounced it back off of it. So a goal kick for centre, the Colonels. Which, of course, is a very famous Colonel from Kentucky. But Kentucky Colonels are a real thing. It's a real honour bestowed upon people. In fact, we might actually hear more about that in the men's game because men's coach is Kentucky Colonel, I believe. So goal kick here for centre. It seemed to drop short, although it looked like the wind picked up right as she kicked it, so it just dropped. Because she's now playing into the wind. Signals for Khan to go. That's where she passes it to. It's kind of a little frustrating centre didn't do a better job defending that because it was obvious the pass was going to Khan. Goes out for a goal kick. Trinity, yeah, just starting to. So maybe those changes, like you said, Scott, coming into this game a bit more. Because of those changes, centre are ringing the changes as well lately.
Yeah, and making a sub like that, often it just gives the coach an opportunity to get a different message out there to his team. You know, you tell two players, they might not even have to tell the rest of the team, hey, he wants us to play more composed. Just go out there and start playing more composed, especially as midfielders. That's just going to set the tone for how the rest of the team play. They're going to pick up on that, and they're going to start playing similar, at least to a certain extent.
A throw for centre. Another change here for centre. Certainly been the most changes I think we've seen this early. Avery Booster comes in. She was the one of the players that started last weekend. Didn't start today. She can play midfield and forward. Out of Bowling Green.
Go! Go! Get up!
just calm stuff from the Tigers, although that clearance left a bit to be desired. Just couldn't get it out. That's an escape for the Tigers.
I think that's another one there where the message just needs to be composure. You get another look at this. She doesn't need to play that first time.
Yeah, she had time.
Has the
Unfortunate
time.
that
Yeah.
Meg Ralston couldn't get it out.
I think that's on a little bit on everybody. As you know, when you're a goalkeeper, you're often just feeling like I need to get the ball off my feet as quick as possible. You feel vulnerable having the ball because there's nobody behind you. You are the least protected player on the field when you have the ball. You've got no defense to back you up, and I think that's just a little bit of panic on it, and a teammate can very easily say, you got time, don't panic.
Yeah, just a lack of communication really kind of selling them out. Throw in for the Tigers. Substitution coming. They really are both teams bringing the changes. And so Finley Hoover now comes in.
I started to say it earlier. I think the center defense has done a really good job with Alex Doran in particular. She's a player that likes to pick up the ball in space and get going before she takes on any players on the dribble. Likes to be at full speed on the dribble rather than taking somebody on from a standstill. And center was doing a very good job of just not letting her get up to speed. Anytime she got the ball, she was immediately under pressure, and that's just not how she wants to play. Like I said, good use of film, good studying as Hannah Kahn, again, showing some tenacity there. You love to see it.
That was a beautiful run back from Khan to regather possession. Ball sent long again. Bounces favorably for the Tigers. Khan's there, but I think enough pressure from centre forced Bree Werner back too far for that to be an attractive option. Shot comes, it's going to go straight to the keeper. But that is amazingly Trinity's first shot on goal in this match. 30 minutes in, centre have really just kept him out of this one. It's going to be a lot of work. For Trinity to get into this one. Still scoreless though. I think both teams would take not conceding so far in this first half. Oh, that's where you want the ball to bounce because you got the keeper in two minds about it, whether to come or whether to stay back. But there just wasn't any defense there, so she had to come. Did well. Bounced just enough, but I think she would have put something on it if it stayed out just to get it away. Beautiful boot right on halfway. Now the Tigers back with it. Looking for Khan. I think it's going to beat it to the sidelines. It does. Dylan Harrison saying his catchphrase. We'll take the foul. That could be a marketing opportunity for Trinity. I don't know if Paul McGinley has a catchphrase. Just think it's just yelling at referees in general.
He's never happy.
He is happy. He's just not happy for the 90 minutes of the game.
There he goes.
I've seen the man smile.
He is
I know
quite
he
happy
smiles.
when they're not playing.
Yeah.
While they're playing,
he's happy when a goal goes in for Trinity, and that's it.
and even then, sometimes I've seen goals go in, and he's still locked in.
Yeah.
He has a switch, you know. You can.
In Australia, we have an expression called white line fever. So, like, you know, you cross that white line and you just like... Kevin Muscat's a really good example, if anyone remembers Kevin Muscat. He would get white line fever like crazy. I had a run-in with Kevin Muscat during a game, and he was very apologetic afterwards. I was on staff for the team he was playing against. So. I think if centre moved that ball quicker, this was a better opportunity. She stayed on. Shot comes, but it's gone across the face. Decent run that from Zara McCarthy.
They do end up with a pretty good opportunity in the end, but I think you're 100% right, and I don't think it's on the players on the ball. Trinity had 3 defenders back. Center had 2 players forward. But if you take a look, there's so many center players who could have sprinted forward and gave themselves a numbers up situation. In the end, though, Trinity beat them on that race and got numbers back before center got numbers forward, and that's huge.
Yeah, I just think they play that ball quicker, and that's an even better chance than it was. So McCarthy has scored twice this season. So he's definitely capable of putting the ball in the back of the net, but yeah, just the pressure from Trinity ended up coming. If you play that ball quicker, they're scrambling.
Yep.
It's going to struggle to get back. Good
Yeah,
opportunity there. That's probably 2 let-offs now for Trinity in this half.
And I think, you know, we're down to that final 12 minutes or so, and a lot of these players been on for a long time at this point. It's not like the second half where you can do interchange.
That's
So
a quick ball. Keeper comes, gets there. It's what you got to do. If you got to come, you got to come. I don't know if she necessarily needed to because the defender was there, but she's supporting the defender.
I think at the last minute, though, Barganski started getting around the defender just a little bit. So
Yep.
I think it's a good read from.
Yeah, I think providing the
keeper
support
in
to
the
your
end.
defender is not a bad move. If she doesn't get it, then
Yeah.
we're talking about, well, maybe she shouldn't have come. But she got it, so.
She hasn't had too much to do, Redmond, but
Yeah,
it's a
she's
good
made
moment.
one
You got to be awake,
save.
and she was there. No flag.
That's a good ball. Lauren Little comes, had to come, clears it away. It's interesting to see the central defense just so carved up today for the Tigers. It's unusual. Trinity can't sub because it's a throw for centre. You can only sub on your possession or if the other team is also subbing. With a couple of exceptions, but that's basically the rule.
I do like at least one of the subs that's coming right now in terms of a tactical change, getting Bracken on the field for Barganski. Barganski's quick. She likes the ball in behind. But with the way center's backline has been playing, making it hard for Trinity players to stay on side, I think a player like Bracken plays with her back to goal and doesn't really make the runs offside.
Like that already this season, so that'll be interesting to see how that changes things because they are 2 pretty different players.
Yeah.
Emily Camp, the other player coming on, when that change happens. Corner here for centre, goes far post. It's a beautiful header, Trinity. That's why you keep people on the posts. I know there's this modern trend to not do that, but that's why you do it. Blocked on the line, good work, good setup defensively. That ball just stuck. Trinity were expecting that ball to move more than it did. Maybe that's the watering this morning. It was a bit cooler this morning. I think that kind of played an effect on the watering. It will eventually be mild in San Antonio. And it's with Hannah Khan. She's a long way back. It's not where she wants to be effective, but she got the job done there.
It's a really important moment there, too, because center had won it back off of Trinity a few times in a row as they were trying to clear it, and that can be really frustrating and really tiring. So to be able to now have possession of the ball and actually be able to come forward, that's all because of Hannah Khan there.
Big run there from Kayla Boven. Plays it out for Hannah Khan. Can cross it in, does so. Far post!
Oh.
Header's there, but just maybe overran it.
Yeah.
Comes off the side of her head. Doesn't get the purchase she wants on it. Goes out for a goal kick. That's a golden opportunity for the Tigers. It's the best look they've had all game.
Yeah, and it's really well worked between Boven and Khan there. You know, Boven picks up the ball at the outside back position, and Coach Harrison is yelling it, carry inside, and that's exactly what she does. And she forces that outside back who's marking Hannah Khan to make a decision. Am I going to go to Boven or am I going to stay with Khan? And as soon as she makes the decision to start going towards Kayla Boven, that ball goes out to Khan in space, and she has the time to cross because of it.
And then maybe on that cross, maybe could have left it for Finley Hoover, who was there as well. I don't think Hoover was necessarily the intended target. I think they did want the header, but Hoover was there. But that'd be nitpicking, I think. Offside. So Trinity have clearly adjusted. They haven't been offside since those flurry of offsides early. So they've adjusted their positioning. They've adjusted their runs to make sure they're not offside. They'll be cleared away by the Tigers. That one's frustrating because there really wasn't a ton of reason to be offside on that one. But is offside. Tigers, just can't get it out from under the foot. And they're forced back. Good turn. Blocked. It's going to fall favourably for the Tigers, though. Although now it's with Centre. Now they've got numbers a chance. It's still Trinity's advantage numerically, but could have been a lot more there for the Tigers.
Oh, well done from Camp.
Played forward. Good positioning there from Ada Bell.
Great choice, Maddie.
Kind of cut off both the pass and if she turned, so it was really difficult for the Tigers to do anything with that possession because there were just no options. And all she could really do was turn into a
Oh, what a
good
ball.
through ball, but I think it's going to be won by the Colonels. Oh, no, it's not. They'll take the corner. I think winning a corner from that's a pretty good gain, honestly. I'm not always a fan of people settling for a corner because corners actually aren't as good as you think they are, an opportunity to score from.
Well, and Trinity has that success again for the same reason that they got the ball out to Hannah Kahn. They isolate the outside back here and force her to make a decision. This time, Boven's carrying it way back, but she has to decide. Erin Donnell's making the run in, and Camp is staying fairly wide. And again, they're forcing her to decide between two players, and they go where she doesn't, and they score off of the corner.
Beautiful ball, far post, headed down perfectly. You probably got to do a bit better marking there. Nobody went up for the header. It was just an uncontested header. And there it is, Trinity 1, Centre 0. Centre will be frustrated that they've done well. That's really Trinity's sort of second good chance, but it is a beautiful corner, perfectly weighted to the far post. It's a beautiful run. Yeah, I think you've got to contest that better than that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say completely uncontested there. She gets to it, clearly loses her mark very early on there, as you can see. I couldn't tell who it was for center, but just trailing her. I wonder if at the backside, you often set up some of your bigger players back around that back post and have them all make different runs. You get them together in a clump. It's hard to mark them when they all go in different directions. And I wonder there if just some chaos at the back post, everybody making their runs. She's able to lose hers, and Ilse Newland grabs another.
Ilse Newland just made a run that I don't think anyone from centre spotted. The run, like that's the only explanation. They didn't spot her making that run, which I should have, because that's her fourth goal of the season.
Yeah.
And almost all of them have been like that.
Yep.
4 goals for Ilse Newland is not something I thought I'd be saying this year.
No, I hadn't scored before this season.
All 4 of her career goals have been this season. So, 4th goal of the season for Ilse Newland. Just an incredible goal-scoring season that she is having. That's a record in a season that strikers would be happy with.
Yeah. She was in the office earlier this week, and Coach Spencer Valdespino was joking with her about, the forwards having to start worrying about whether she was going to infringe on the top goal scorer conversation. And I think it was mostly a joke, but it's starting to become a reality here.
If it wasn't for Madison Bargansky,
yeah,
I think she would be in the discussion. She's 3 behind Bargansky now. But 4 goals in a season from someone that had never scored a goal in their collegiate career before. She should hit. She'll likely hit 5,000 career minutes today too. There's a bit of urgency from centre now too. They're contesting really high press from the Colonels.
Yeah,
Ilse Newland with the goal. It's an assist to Clara Richards. That's me pausing while I double check. Yeah, Clara Richards, which means numerically one after the other, 15-16. Clara Richards gets her 2nd assist of the season, 6th of her career. Don't really need to go into Ilse Newland's career stats because they're the same, 4 goals.
I think center will feel hard done by that. The way they've played in this half, specifically at the beginning, very, very solid start, but then, things start to even out a little bit, but even then, I don't think that Trinity has had a moment where they've been dominant in this first half. So I think center will feel at the very least they should be going into halftime level.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see that here for the last 4 minutes or so of the half, that they're going to push. They're going to try and level this up before halftime and try and change up the dynamic and the momentum.
Got a little under 4 minutes. So, you can go hard for 4 minutes and you're going to just rest for 15 after that. And you could even keep people off longer because of the interchange rules. So, you got an opportunity there. Maybe they seem to be putting some panic into Trinity. That didn't need to happen. They didn't need to clear that ball out like that, but they did. So, Center going for it. And we have seen teams play Trinity that can see their heads drop, Trinity score another. That is not what's happening here with center. They look even more determined to get back. Right as I say that, so apologies to any center fans. Good ball forward. I don't know if Bracken's going to get there. One thing I noticed Bracken doing is she kept checking her marker because of how many offsides there's been. She kept stopping. And I don't think she realized there was actually someone deeper.
Yeah.
That she had more space than she thought she had. To run into, played forward. That's going to stay in crossed, but goes out on the cross. So goal kick here. I still think there's enough time for center. You know, with just under 3 minutes, plenty of time to get a goal. They still have probably had the better chances. Certainly the more high quality, more of quality chances. But it was a beautiful corner, and that's just what undoes center.
Oh, it's a great turn.
Bracken has a go herself. It's a decent effort. Keeper has to make a good save. Good work there from Madeline Redmond.
Wow.
It was rising, like exactly. It's a beautiful shot.
That's brilliant number 9 play. Back to the center back, holds her off well, takes a brilliant touch, and then sees keeper off the line. I've got space. I'm going to have a go.
Yeah, I
Wins a corner kick.
initially thought that maybe it was the wrong call to shoot from that far out, but she hit it so sweetly. Really good save there from Madeline Redmond, second of the game for her.
And look at the back post. You can't quite see it on your screen, but Kylie Harris and Ilsa Newland unmarked. They're playing a zonal defense. And
headed down, but there's no Tigers player there.
I think that must have been what happened on the first corner, playing zone, and nobody picks her up, making that run in.
Yeah, they just did not spot Newland at all. Opportunity to cross it in again.
Great
It's
touch.
beautiful work. Cut back, looking for Richards. Trinity's coaching staff won a penalty. No one on the field really went up for it. So it's kind of a sign to me that
Clara Richards does go to the ref after.
I guess she did feel some contact there. Ball just a little too long for the Tigers. It'll be gathered by Redmond, who wants to play it quickly. She's signaling at a team to move up. She's a little frustrated, I think. Because 1 minute, that's enough time.
Good touch from her. Good look for the cross. Right player to play it to there as well. Clara Richards making that late run.
Controlled by Anna Newland. We still haven't seen that Newland goal assist combo yet. The way it's going, we could see it the other way around to how I thought it had happened. A little chaotic there in the corner. Don't know what the referee's called. He has called a foul. Has he called a foul or a throw? It's a throw to center. Not much time left though.
Via the screen or the real life. There's a bunch of players blocking the view. I guess it was a throw.
And then me being a terrible person and leaning in so you can't see the screen. So that's on me. Goes out. Cleared away, and that'll be half time here. Trinity, I think, will be fairly happy. They'll be happy to have the lead. I think there's some things that they'll feel they could have done better. Center, though, they'll be frustrated to be going in down. They played well enough to keep it level, but just not enough. Didn't defend it. You miss one header, and you're down 1-0. So that's football. That's what happens. Just you can't miss a runner like that. We're going to have another look at it here. But they just absolutely, completely miss Ilsa Newland. The defenders are all looking at each other like they all thought somebody else was going for it. It's like when you call for a catch in baseball, you go, yours.
Yep.
So.
One in zone marking like that on a corner kick, everybody typically has an area where they're entitled to attack the ball, and nobody attacked it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, can't miss a header like that. It's pretty severely punished. Trinity go in at halftime, 1-0 up, but still plenty of game to play. We'll be back in about 14 minutes to bring you the second half.
Every morning, we rise, ready to meet our human potential, to take that next incremental step, to do the hard work that changes. Set in our preparedness and confidence in that moment when you know, I've got this. And then we rise, Each of us, all of us. We rise as passions coalesce in research, art, athletics, and beyond. We rise to the challenge of inquiry and discovery through undergraduate research and hands-on learning. We rise through the personal attention of a small college, fueled by large university resources. We rise to the need for listening across differences, teaching the art and the act of conversation. We rise to the sounds of a vibrant, diverse, and culturally rich city, and we reflect it. At Trinity University, we recognize that you are here because you are ready to rise. And through a love of learning and a life of learning, we will challenge you to always reach beyond the horizon. Because your future awaits.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. In the second half, I think these stats really do reflect how even this game's been. And Chris Owen with me is Scott Lever. And Scott, obviously, centre disappointed to go in behind, but controlled a lot of the game. Do you think we see more of the same, centre come out and try and control early?
Yeah, I think center at the very least are going to come out very fast, similar to how we saw them try and finish the second or the first half. I think coaching staff and the players are disappointed with how that first half went, and rightfully so. Honestly, I think I said it before the half. They would have at least felt they should come out of that half level based on how they played, and they didn't. And I think the question now is how you respond. Obviously, you want to come out aggressive, but can you stay positive, not get frustrated with yourselves? I think oftentimes, having the right mindset and staying positive and staying working as a team is really important in situations like this. And you see teams get overly frustrated, go too hard, and then they put themselves in a bigger hole. And at that point, you can say goodbye to the result.
Yeah, I think the response from centre was good in the first half. They stepped up. They were more energized to try and find a goal. So it's interesting to see how they do here in the second half.
Hey, Caddy, we're down a goal. I don't need feet there. You're there to run.
Cleared away by centre. Throw for the Tigers. Bring you any changes to the second half when I get who started. Tigers stays in, so still with Trinity. Falls favourably, but still with Trinity. Sent in, keeper will come and claim.
It's a dangerous ball there from Bree Werner. Off balance, I think unexpected. Nobody on either team expected it, though. And had a Trinity player pounced on that opportunity, I think they could have been in for a really good opportunity at goal. But I think she caught everybody on the field off guard, putting in the cross early there.
Centre going with the same start as they started the first half with.
It looks like Trinity are as well.
That's what I'm double checking. Yep. So both teams start the second half as they started the first. Which might be a good sign for centre because they started the first half really well.
Yeah.
But so far Trinity, I think, getting the better of it in these early moments of the second half. Maybe a little energized by being ahead. But there certainly is a better start than they got in the first half. Played over the top. Header just comes out. Got enough spin on that it fell favourably. Cesar for Doran. Just can't find Bagansky. Back with the Colonels.
Oh, great turn.
Little come, let it run for a goal kick though.
Good moment of individual brilliance there from Riley Givens up against arguably Trinity's best player, Ilsa Newland, senior defender, and turns her well and then gets muscled off the ball, but manages to get back on it and keep possession for her teammates.
That'll run out for a Tigers throw. Walsh sits down, headed on. It's a good header. Opportunity to turn maybe for Burchett, but can't do so legally. So a free kick for the Tigers. Ilsa Newland again involved. Just going to start arguing she's a midfielder with this goal scoring performance. 4 goals in the season. I'm getting another look at this one. The header's really good. Does well to get it forward. Newland though does well. Gets in and gets fouled. The Tigers Just play it along the deck. Look, still plenty of time, but center will definitely be disappointed to have gone into the break down. A goal, good turn from Cronenthal, but the ball comes out to Ilse Newland. She's definitely been getting further forward this year than in previous years. She sort of has that sort of cover the defensive midfielder role that she hasn't had in previous seasons. Oh, that's really good work out left. Opportunity here. Center, I think, trying to play an offside try. You've got to call something there as the referee, so going to go against the player coming in.
Yeah, Hannah Kahn today has really impressed me. She just refuses to give up on the play. Multiple times I feel like she's lost it. I think she's out of it. And then, boom, gets it right back. Wins a free kick this time.
So we'll see how this one plays out. Opportunity for the Tigers. Of course, their goal came off a set piece, so we'll see if this one produces anything. Going to have to go far post. Ilse Newland is there. Surely not going to make the same mistake twice. Went near post. Good touch from the Colonels. Comes out favourably. Oh, really good work there from Williard to get it back. Crossed in. Far post. Headed away this time by the Colonels. Tigers get there again. Opportunity to shoot. Lays it off. Shot comes into the side netting.
Yeah, right now, Trinity just look like they want it more. I mean, anytime there's a loose ball, they're getting to it. Oftentimes, center are in possession, and they take a big touch, and Trinity are just flying right now.
Yeah, it doesn't help that just it seems like every challenge, the ball is just spinning away from the Colonels every single time. Like that one there, we saw it's a good challenge, but it goes straight to a player in a pink shirt.
And the Tigers have energy right now, and this is a dangerous moment for center. They got to try and dilute a little bit of what the Tigers have built up over the past few minutes.
This team does have a good relationship. They went to Ireland this summer, so spent the summer gelling in Ireland like Trinity did. Went to, it was Argentina, yeah? That Trinity went to?
Yeah. I was also told that the team had some good opportunities to build that team culture and team chemistry over the weekend on the road as well.
Yeah, it's amazing how much road trips can do for your camaraderie and things like that.
Yeah, and you're in a beautiful area of the country there. I saw some pretty cool pictures out in the forests and.
Yeah, we don't really have forests in San Antonio,
no.
so got some parkland, but wouldn't call it a forest.
Ooh.
Oh, that was dangerous. Just no one there for the Colonels to put it away. I was say Trinity definitely had one or two let-offs in the first half. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Don't know if I'd call that one a let-off because there was no one from centre running onto it, but that was a golden opportunity though for centre.
So far in this half, I do feel that while center have come out aggressive, as we thought they would, it seems a little bit more like what I was concerned it might be. It's just a little too aggressive. You got 40 minutes. You know,
There's plenty of time.
It's a lot of time.
It made sense being aggressive at the end of the second half. There were 4 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And going into halftime down a goal, especially giving up a goal as late as you do, like that's momentum. So you want to have momentum at halftime, or at least have it be more level. But at this point, you've got time. I think what you were doing early in the game was working. So don't change it up. Don't try and do something different. Go back to what was working and try and build that way. And I think right now they're just forcing things a little bit too much, a little too antsy, and I think they're getting frustrated with each other, and I think that just often leads to players trying to do things by themselves, forcing things too much, and a team like Trinity are going to make you pay if you do that too often.
Yeah, I mean you gotta get control back of this game if you centre. It seems like maybe now they're starting to do those things. Swung it, it's no one there. And it went way out anyway, so goal kick for the Tigers. That's a frustrating one for centre. There was an opportunity there, but it just goes away rapidly. Cleared away. Out for a throw for centre. So throw in for the Colonels, taken by Walls.
I love that call from center head coach there, Jay Hoffman. Calling all the way across the field to an outside back and saying, you know, you made a mistake, get it out your head, it's fine. It happened, it's over, on to the next thing. And then telling her, you know, less is more, less is more. And I think that's exactly what we were just talking about. Less is more, don't worry about it.
Oh, it's a beautiful one-touch football there from the Tigers, but cleared away by centre. Played out wide left. Tigers, couple step overs. Need some opportunities. It's played forward.
Whoa.
Has a go. Hits the back of the net.
What
It's
a
a beautiful
finish.
shot. Beautiful turn. Gets the shot away. And that's 2 for Trinity. And now centre with a bit of a mountain to climb.
It's a brilliant moment from Bree Werner. I think Hannah Kahn on the edge of the box was looking to do exactly what Werner ended up doing. She was trying to create space for herself. They defended it well, didn't give her that space. She gets it to Werner, and that touch right there just gives her an inch of space, and she takes the opportunity, and it's a brilliant finish all the way to that far post, right where you want to put it, side net, and keeper has no shot.
Yeah, hits it first time, so it's just hard for the keeper to be set. And there it is, 2-0. Bree Werner, your goal scorer. Her 4th of the season, 12th of her career. She's done it. She's got as many goals as Ilse Newland.
That's the mark. And that's a very important goal for the Tigers there.
Yeah, I think, look, 2-0 lead's very different from 1-0. People say it's the most dangerous lead. Most dangerous lead's 1-0 because it only takes one goal
Yeah,
to
very clearly.
be level. Like,
I think we've talked about this before, maybe last year, but I think what people are trying to say by that is that, like, per goal, right? Like, I think you feel much more comfortable at 2 goals than it is
you can
in
let yourself
comparison
down.
to 1 goal. Like, you know, I like to think about it when it's 2 goals. Like, you can still play the game in 1 goal moments. All right, let's just you're down 2. You say, let's just get the first one.
Get one back.
Right? You get the first one, and then you're like, all right, 1 more goal and we're
well,
level.
look, we already got one.
And then you get another one, you're tied, and you're like, okay, 1 more
One
goal
more
and we're in the
goal
lead,
and you're
right?
in the
You
lead,
think
yep.
about it in ones. Down 3, you get the first, and you're like, okay,
You're
well, we're
still
still
2
down
down.
2.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I mean, look, we've seen teams come back here, you know. I remember Pac Lu in an NCAA game came back from 2-0 down. It's definitely doable. They did have an incredible corner taker, that Pac Lu team. Scored 2 Olympicos to win the game. In regulation,
Great
too.
turn
I
from
think they
Werner.
won like in the 89th minute. It's a beautiful ball. And now maybe centre just panicking. Keeper came. I'm a little surprised Harrison didn't go up for a handball there. But she did keep her arms right in her body. Really great work from the referee to make sure he didn't get hit. Because it's got to be a drop ball if you hit the referee. Those two, Ilse Newell and Bree Werner, are tied for 3rd in the Golden Boot race. Bit of space, though. Alex Doran and Madison Bargansky are 9 and 7. So there is Bargansky. Bargansky and Doran have been fighting for that Golden Boot all season. Yeah. Yeah, she clipped it coming through.
She just got a little bit of her. You know, she's trying to turn to the center back, but it's the right call. She gets her after the play. I think the frustration from the Trinity bench is that it's a little bit of contact, but it's the right call.
It's a right call. It's a foul. Look, I mean, soccer's not a contact sport, and so if you make contact, it's a foul. And also to that, you could see it. You could see it coming. In her face, she wanted to get her because she felt she got earlier. And you can just, as a referee, you can sense that coming. And so I think you've got to call it, even if it's light, because if you don't, then you're going to start losing control of those two in the game. I definitely had a game like that where I had a player who thought they got caught for a foul. I didn't give it. And then I saw them immediately start running towards that player.
Whoa.
Beautiful work.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Big chance. Maybe a heavy touch. Oh, it's a good save.
This is a save, yeah. That's about all Bree Werner could do from that position. And
yeah, but she had to get a shot away.
Yeah. You know, I look towards the middle of the field there. There's nobody arriving at that time. She can't put in the cross. It does well. Gives her team an opportunity to get a goal out of this anyway by getting the corner.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Centre make the same mistake again, but who knows?
But what a moment from Alex Doran there. I get that they let her pick up the ball and start running.
She kept running.
And once she starts running, she's hard to stop.
Ball's falling favorably for the Tigers. Can the Colonels get a clear? Yes, they do. That's much better for the Colonels than what we saw early in the half, where they just could not get it clear for love nor money. That's going to be a throw, and we'll see some subs from both sides. Mary Martin Hampton coming on for centre, and Erin O'Donnell.
You're on the outside.
Mary Martin Hampton, first year out of Lexington. She transferred from Florida, but didn't play there in the spring season. She holds high school records at Lexington Catholic, 29 goals and 12 assists in her high school career. And she played basketball, softball, and track. So she was busy. No, it's a good turn.
Wow.
Now another opportunity for Trinity.
Great
Played
pass.
into the middle. Touch maybe a little heavy. Yep. And then gives away the foul. I think she's arguing, well, but my momentum took me in. And the referee's like, yeah, it did, but it's still a foul. Like.
No, and I think it's honestly, I think a smart touch from Barganski there. Just a little bit too much on it.
Yeah, just put a little too much on it. Touch is the right decision. Like we saw the goal. The second goal was similar sort of touch.
Yeah, going against defenders' momentum as Khan has an opportunity to cross here.
Touch. Crossed in, far post again. They've left people open far post. The scream from the bench was far post.
Yeah.
They had two Trinity players there ready to score, and no one was there. Look at that, two Trinity players lining up.
Yeah, and it's difficult, especially now. I think center have shifted to a back three, trying to put more numbers into attack. And so for people to be marked at the back post, it takes midfielders and even forwards recovering, which is asking a lot of work of your players, but it's something that has to be done.
Oh, another free header from a corner. Keeper has to do it. Those are those ones that are dangerous as a goalkeeper. You head it into the ground because anything can happen when it comes back up off the ground. Good header. But again, it's a free header off a corner.
Yeah, and while I think, the opportunity that leads to that corner is a bit more excusable because midfielders are struggling to recover.
Almost a counter.
That is
That's
not
a set
excusable.
piece.
You have to get at least some sort of pressure on Kylie Harris there.
Here comes in again, a free header. And that time there were players all around her. I just don't understand why there's no contest on these headers.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily even have to get up and win the header, but jump. Make
it
difficult
something
for her.
Yeah.
Put a body in. Like, make her have to jump into you to win the header. Don't give it to her easy.
My friend Bruce McGuire in Minnesota would call that iron skillet defending. And it has gone out for all of the effort from Mary Martin Hampton. This runs out.
I understand.
And that looks
the
like
switch.
Clara Richards coming back on. Had the corner that took the corner that resulted in the goal
Yep.
in the opener.
I understand the switch to
When
a
Grace
three-back
Plummer comes in.
for center. You know, you at this point feel like you have to start putting some more numbers forward, but at the same time, they have not looked comfortable in this shape. They just don't know where their teammates are going to be, and when you haven't played in a system like that very often, it's hard to know where everybody's going to be. You start to know in your shape, in your system, okay, I know this player's going to make this type of run, this player's going to be in this space, but when you're doing something new like this, it leaves you more vulnerable to miscommunication. I feel like we've seen that on a few occasions already.
Bounce has fallen favorably. Keeper comes. Yeah, couldn't really take the chance to pick that one up because bending down to get it would have been a problem. So would have put more pressure on. So
Yeah,
right
it was
decision to
near
just
the
hoof
edge
it
of the
quick.
box.
Yeah.
I think she would have had to wait another half second or so.
Yep. Yeah, and like if she went down to try and get it, it just would have taken too much time Trinity to get possession. So right decision to clear it away. And Trinity now is all the way down here instead of all the way up there. So right decision from the keeper. Now sometimes people think, oh, they should just pick it up. But it's
Yeah,
not
I
always
think Redmond's had a good day.
She's done well. She's made several good saves. Yeah, two have gone in, but
Yeah.
she didn't get much help from her defenders on either of them.
No,
so.
no. She's really put in tough situations for both goals. And then I think as well, like, you know,
I mean,
she's
that
come
corner
out-
was a stunning
yeah,
save
yeah.
with just no
and
help from
the save
defense.
on Bracken's shot was also very good.
Yep.
But then I think more importantly, on a few occasions, she has come out really well
Yep.
and gotten there first to clear.
Yeah, which don't show up on the stat sheet.
No.
Those rushing out, but doesn't. Oh, a slip kind of helps center out. Did talk
One or
about how
two
it's,
slips today.
yeah, and they look. I walked across the pitch this morning, and it's very well watered. So there's a couple of weird spots where you're like, why is it muddy? It shouldn't, because we haven't really had any rain
No,
lately.
it's
But
been a while.
just a little bit of water on the pitch does kind of catches you out sometimes. So change for center. Nicole Limehouse coming in. She holds a high school record. She scored 34 goals in a single season out at Lumpkin
Ooh.
County in Georgia. Centre have to keep possession here. And they do. Play down for Hampton. Hampton needs some support. There's just not that many centre players in the box. Should have put it out for the throw. I think that's still the right decision.
Yeah, I think Hampton there, you know, one could delay, as you said, not necessarily the numbers in the box, but two, she's in a good position there where as a winger, she is up against a player who's not an outside back. You got a midfielder who's recovered back into that space. So somebody who's not necessarily comfortable in that sort of 1v1. You got an opportunity to take somebody on there, and I think you got to do it, especially when, as you said, there's not numbers in the box.
So it'll be a corner here for centre. I'm going to check the stats because our scoreboard's been a little crazy today. First corner of the game for centre. Yeah, it's not 88, not 18 corners.
Both teams have had 88 shots on goal.
88 shots on goal.
18 corners, and
It's 2
Center
to
are up
88, according to the
2.
scoreboard. And so that's the difference on defending a corner that you talked about. You don't necessarily have to win the
Yep.
header, but you do have to go up for it.
Yep.
And just kind of makes her work a bit harder, and she's stretching more for it because of that pressure. Yeah, just inexplicable defending on these set pieces from center. Seriously, I heard Harrison say earlier, for these goal kicks, we need everybody to get forward, but then they keep playing them short. Oh, it's a good ball. Oh, a bit of a miscommunication at the back. Newland shepherds it out. It has to be a corner, yeah. I don't know if Newland realized.
I don't think so. I don't think she would have let it go out like that.
Yeah.
Had she realized.
She let it go, which was an odd call because, yeah, there wasn't a touch because the centre player nowhere near it when she slipped. I think her thought was, oh, she slipped, maybe she touched the ball. But she slipped on the pitch, not on the ball. So corner here, there's a big opportunity for centre. Probably need to make this one count. 21 minutes to go. That was into a contest. And it's a goal kick for the Tigers in the end.
Wow. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Little got a hand on it or they just got enough in the way that the shot went wrong. But
it was a well-taken corner.
Yeah, it was a good corner.
Good opportunity.
I think Trinity were expecting it to go far post again,
Yep.
and that was not at all what happened. So they were all set up for it, and it just didn't come out that way. Going out wide right now, the Tigers. It's with Doran. Beats a defender. Can cross it in, middle of the box. That's better from centre. Took a touch, didn't panic. It can be easy, I think, as a centre back. You'd know this better than me. Easy as a centre back, I think, to panic and just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But she took a touch, and that allowed her to make a better clearance than she otherwise would have.
And I think it's a very similar situation to what happened with Lauren Little earlier, right? Panicked, almost gave away a pretty good goal-scoring opportunity. There, you take your touch, and clearance is much, much cleaner.
And in. Blocked by the Tigers. Can they get the ball forward? Yes, they can. Good control here from Bugansky. Beats one. Squares it. Actually was intending to square it for Khan. But Briwana didn't really realise that's where it was going. Just again a miscommunication there from centre. Allows Trinity to regather. And Trinity back on the ball. It's with Harris. Played forward again. Tigers just content to pass it around. Look, they've got the 2-0 lead. Every second they have possession is a second that centre can't score, in theory. I guess you could score an own goal. Centre hoofed forward. I don't know if that was just looking at the numbers that they had.
Yep.
I think it was better to keep it on the deck and build something up here. As in front of the centre fans. Good crowd of centre fans. They got a big day. They got 2 soccer games, a volleyball game here as well. So why not? Back with the Tigers. Yeah, more a clearance than a pass there. Allows centre to get the possession back. Feel like they need a goal soon, or it's going to just be too much to get. But like you said, 1 goal, and then you go, hey, we're only 1 away. We've already scored 1. It's going to go out for a throw. Should be for centre. It is. They're going to make a change. If I understand what I heard right, this is an attacking change. Kate O'Neill coming on, and Ella Mann back on. She's had a big role to play. As there's the bus carrying presumably the centre men's team rolling up. Throwing comes. Has she played it into her own player? No. Came off the Trinity defender. I don't think the Trinity defence agrees with that. Headed away. It was an interesting throw. I like that centre is still trying to contest everything and they're not sitting back. Oh, it's a beautiful ball laid off well. Just got caught in the feet. Under the pressure from center. Center now almost playing 4 up front.
And I think they've maybe even gone to 2 at the back.
Yeah, it's play 4. Yeah, I heard him talking to one of the players he's bringing in saying, so you're going to play more as a defensive midfielder than a centre back. So Baganski, there's a chance to play it right.
Great
Goes
ball.
left instead to Khan. Don't hate it, but I think there was more space right. But she just would have had to turn to see it. Khan has a go.
Whoa.
Tries to make a mockery of everything I just said. Goes out for a goal kick. But that was an opportunity because Khan created the opportunity, not because the pass did. And I think the pass right might have worked out better.
I'm always a big fan of the reverse pass. You're dribbling one way and you send the ball back the other way.
Yeah, it just catches out the
everybody
defense.
off guard.
And it was so obvious that Camille Young had sensed that was the move. She made this run. It was a subtle call, but I just don't think she figured out that she could have gotten the ball out there. Turn comes. Centre back on the ball. Time is not their friend now. 15 minutes. They need a goal every 7.5 minutes. Goes long, but centre get it away. You just sense some frustration creeping into centre now. You felt it at halftime 1-0 was maybe a little harsh on centre, but now you just think 2-0, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a good through ball though. Well dealt with by the Trinity defence, who will clear it away.
Yeah, the speed of the 2 Trinity center backs is just really hard to deal with. You think you're in behind, you think you take a good touch, and then all of a sudden they show up out of nowhere.
Yep. Unless you know how quick they are, because that's how Ilsa Nguyen scored on the corner, just ran in. Heavy touch allows centre to get it back. Centre now with literally no one back. If Trinity can get this back, could be a lot of trouble. Now numbers here for Trinity. It's 2-on-1. The ball just hasn't gone where they want it to go. I think you're right. I think they have switched to just 2 at the back now. I mean, they're chasing the game. I understand it.
For it.
I feel like we just got some real big dust kick up out of nowhere too. It is Austin City Limits weekend. It's known for the dust.
I'm curious what the center men are doing coming over to the bench right now with 13 minutes left. I don't think they
13
realize.
minutes to play in the women's game.
Yeah.
I would have gone to the IM field and started warming up.
Yeah, I think they're just coming and sitting down over here. It's interesting.
So throw in here for the centre women, but that game is coming up next. Stick around after this one. We've got the men's game straight afterwards. So it's a throw in. Discussions about the subs. They weren't happy with the center. Wasn't happy because Trinity weren't ready to make the change, and they felt they should still have been allowed to sub because Trinity had somebody there ready to go. I'm going to be honest and say I don't genuinely know what the deal is with that, what the rule is. If Trinity's ready to sub, center are allowed? Even if I don't know.
Trinity still haven't made that sub. Trinity still haven't made that sub.
Trinity still haven't made that sub. I mean, for me, my reading of the law, and maybe I'm wrong, is that they have to make the sub for you to be able to sub. If they choose
That's
not
what
to,
I
if
thought,
they
yeah.
decline, they can have the player ready all they want.
That was
If they
my
decline
impression.
to make the change, that's their prerogative. They choose whether to make the sub. And I'll say, I think they've been really generous with subs today. If I was running the bench and they're still trying to figure out who's subbing, I'm like, tough luck, you missed a chance. You've got to be ready to go.
Yep. Madison Barganski comes off there. She's putting in an absolute shift.
Yeah, it's been a long shift. good. Oh, I thought for a second that it dipped. It was a beautiful effort. Just dipped a little too late for center. A couple players on the center bench thought it had gone in too.
That's a close
Get a
one.
look at that. It's a beautiful
Don't
chip,
mind
and
the
it
hit.
starts dipping exactly. Just doesn't dip enough. Really, really good shot there from Alexis Cronenthal. She doesn't have a goal yet this season, astoundingly. Alexis Cronenthal, she was in the All-SAA first team last year. 20 goals in her career. Hasn't scored one this year, but wow. Can see how she's done it. That was a beautiful chip. Good opportunity here for Trinity. Khan goes for it. It's another chip. It's over the top. Chips aren't working today, turns out. I
More
think
of a cracker
Cronenthal's
day.
chip was a little better than Khan's, though. Khan's was still rising when it went over the bar.
I think the men's team are actually making it a little difficult for the center bench right now. You know, players are trying to get treatment from the trainer. There's just not a lot of space down over there. I mean, not only are they like over on this side of the field, but some of them are actually like on the concrete
bench.
I think it's, I don't know, like if I were
So
center
throw in
coach
for
right now,
center.
I'd be asking like, can you guys give us our space for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we'll see this. Like, the Trinity men will come down, but they'll
Yeah.
just stand
No,
on the
they-
other side of the
exactly. They
field
stand on
and,
the other side of the
and
field,
watch
they
the game.
watch, but
So, you know. So more subs coming from centre. Look, I can't blame centre for a trainer. They're trying to ring the changes. They're just
Yeah.
trying to keep players fresh, keep things going, because they're chasing this game. They're 2-0 down, 10 minutes to go. When you haven't scored a single goal in 80 minutes and you're expected to score 2 in 10, it's a big ask. It's doable.
you got to turn up the pressure.
Yeah, they got to do better. So final 10 minutes. Centre can finish games well, but it's going to take a lot.
Trinity right now are doing a very good job of just making it that if center want to get their attacking players on the ball, they have to check back into midfield, and it makes it really difficult for them to move forward at all. It's tight marks along that back line. Center want to keep it. They also want to go forward, and at this point, it feels like they're being forced to choose between the two, the way Trinity are defending them. It's a great run. Another great run.
Oh, it's a good footwork too. Oh, the idea was right. There's a player far post, but it's just too high. Goes out for a goal kick.
And it was a rare lapse for Trinity defensively. Allowed two players to kind of walk through them.
That was a
Center
big
gotta
chance for
capitalize,
center.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to put those away. Like, the clock is such an enemy of center right now. 8:35.
Tess, that's your player, number 6.
Played long.
Freddie, you gotta start calling
Falls
her.
favourably for center, but all the numbers are on one side.
Good touch. The switch was on there. Yeah, I think center frustrated that it didn't get played, but Kayla Bovin just putting on a lot of pressure there, making it hard for, I mean, that would have taken a decent amount of space to be able to play that pass, and Bovin just didn't give her that space.
Deflected, but stays with center. Now back with Trinity. Played forward. Keeper will come.
I think after what I would have considered to be some more defensive substitutions in the middle of the half, and now Trinity putting Alex Doran and Bree Werner back on, try and relieve some of the pressure with two players who can hold the ball and attack really well. It's going to make it hard for center.
Yeah, with time now, a massive, massive problem for center.
Switches on. It's a great
Oh,
touch.
it was a good ball. Goes to grounds. I think if there was a foul, I think it would have been outside the box anyway.
Yeah.
She falls in the box, but the foul would have been outside. But
Well, I think she does well in terms of the direction her touch goes. This is where it has to go for her to get past her defender there. But I think she very quickly realizes that it was too big of a touch.
Yeah.
And so from that point, it's, okay, can I get something out of this? Maybe I can get contact and get called for a foul.
Yeah,
here.
referee wasn't even considering it.
No.
Flicked on. But you can see, the thing you were talking about changing shape, it's just really catching center out now.
No, I think they've been better attacking-wise, but it's been harder for them to get to that attacking shape and attacking position.
Yeah, they've got a lot of players forward.
There's nobody in midfield right there. Trinity are able to be the first to every ball because of it.
Yeah, you got a lot of players forward, but if you can't get the ball to them, it doesn't matter how many players. You could have 9 players forward, 10 players forward. It doesn't matter.
And I think this is a moment where you have to have 2 of your fittest players, even if they're not midfielders, in center midfield and just
Let them run.
You're the connection. You have to run back and forth. You have to get on the ball and connect us, and you can't let Trinity pick up every loose ball in midfield.
Yeah, and I don't think it's showing up on the broadcast, but we're seeing a lot of players looking at the bench, shrugging, like asking questions, asking where they should be, which shows that it's just not a shape they're familiar with. We just saw 2 players discussing it amongst themselves. Yeah. That was a really good challenge there from center. It's going to stay a Trinity ball, but it's the commitment from Hampton.
Yeah.
It's been impressive since she's come on in this half. She's done a lot, but she just hasn't got a lot of reward for it.
I think if you're a coach that has a plan of how you're going to shift if you're down in a situation like this, which it seemed like the center staff knew exactly how they were going to switch if things went this way. I think then you have to also say, okay, we're going to practice this sometimes. We're going to set up, we're going to scrimmage, we're going to put half of our team in our attacking shape and half of our team in our defensive, we're holding on to our lead shape and play it and then switch, right? Give the players the opportunity to play in this system if it's something that you're going to do when you get in situations like this, because situations like this are a part of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's only 2-0. It's not like
No.
it's a blowout. So, you know.
I mean, no matter what team you are, you're going to have situations where you're down late in a game and you want to change your formation to try and go get a result.
Yeah, they're not doing what I do on Football Manager where I put all 10 forward. And just desperately hope. It's worked out a couple times.
See, I've got it all. I've got like a whole in-depth plan, like staged out, you know. We shift from this to this, and then this to this, and then this to this.
Oh, yeah, I do this in stoppage time when I'm just, like, desperate.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what happens all the time is I forget about my stage stuff when I'm playing a game like that, and then I'm like, oh, I have to just go all out now. In theory, I have plans.
I did it in a cup final. I did it as a 2-legged cup final and needed an equalizer to win and put all 10 forward. 94th minute equalizer.
There you go.
Throw in for the Tigers here. 3 minutes. So Trinity going to win this one. She'll move them to 2-0-1. Keep him in the race to be top of the standings.
And I think it's important, you know, Trinity set a really high standard in the SCAC, both for how they play generally in the conference, but also for what a home conference game means. And I think starting 1-0 in the conference, at this point, having a shutout, winning by 2 goals, I think it's the exact sort of statement you want to make if you're Trinity about what it means to come to San Antonio and play a conference game at Paul McGinley Field.
Yeah, most importantly, it'll help their goal difference. Sawani 2-1 winners over Southwestern. It's going to go straight to Lauren Little. And at the moment, Oglethorpe and Rhodes, it's 2-1 to Rhodes. So that'll keep all the teams on top on the same record. It'll move Trinity, I believe, on the tiebreakers to first.
Great flick.
But that's harsh because one of those tiebreakers, the goal difference only counts 3 maximum. So it's a little harsh on Sewanee, who won 7-0. Only 3 of those goals count for the tiebreak. Played forward. Can Centre get something out of this? There's one more chance maybe to get a consolation. Goal difference counts as a tiebreak. So if we look at the standings right now, Centre are 4th. Come 6th to get into the tournament. So with
yeah.
Southwestern losing, they won't drop out of the top 6. Free kick here for Centre.
It's an opportunity. I think if you're center here, you put as many people forward as you can. Try and create some chaos in there.
And we hit the final minute. So free kick for the Colonels. One last chance to pull something out of this. Straight into the wall. Goes out for a throw. Still time. Still time. It's hard to do a long throw on that side of the pitch. It's just not much
no
space.
Options right now.
Decent throw. Headed away by the Tigers. Falls favourably for the Colonels. Call from Lauren Little was up. Because now offside matters. Swung in. Little wanted it. Maybe didn't get heard. Now the Tigers will just run it.
9, 8, 7.
Would have liked to have seen it just keep possession there and run, but it's not going to matter. Cleared away, and that'll be it. So full time here at Paul McGinley Field. It's Trinity 2,
Final score is Trinity 2,
Centre 0. It'll keep Trinity in that top 3. Rhodes, Sewanee, Trinity all tied on 7 points so far this season. So as we have a look at the goals here, there's the header, just wide open, easy, too easy. And then the second, it's a beautiful touch and just kept the keeper wrong-footed. Beautiful goal. 2-0 Tigers. They win Centre. Next up for them, they're going to play Southwestern at home on Saturday next week. For Trinity, next up for them is a road trip. They're going to be heading out to play Sewanee on Saturday, which is a bit of a homecoming for Dylan Harrison because he coached Sewanee back in the day. But that's it from us. Stick around. We've got the men's game next. About what? 15 minutes roundabout. We'll have a men's game for you. So stick around and we'll get you on that. Well, yeah, it's actually supposed to be in 12 minutes. So.
Every morning, we rise, ready to meet our human potential, to take that next incremental step, to do the hard work that changes. Set in our preparedness and confidence in that moment when you know, I've got this. And then we rise. Each of us, all of us. We rise as passions coalesce in research, art, athletics, and beyond. We rise to the challenge of inquiry and discovery through undergraduate research and hands-on learning. We rise through the personal attention of a small college fueled by large university resources. We rise to the need for listening across differences, teaching the art and the act of conversation. We rise to the sounds of a vibrant, diverse, and culturally rich city, and we reflect it. At Trinity University, we recognize that you are here because you are ready to rise. And through a love of learning and a life of learning, we will challenge you to always reach beyond the horizon. Because your future awaits.